Hey everybody, I'm doing a video on how I'm doing the raid. I'm actually not doing much of the raid, but my goal really is just to get the impulse launcher. If I get bored really late, then I might do one Viper. That's probably a good thing to pick up too. So I am exclusively hitting 62s. It's the only thing I'm hitting. Assuming it will engage. And I'll show you how I do it. These are Spectres with Cat 3, Engines 3. So I tell them all go this way. I tell the gunboat to go this way, and I say let's go. And you'll see these will all die very quickly from the subs. You'll see all the torpedoes come out and just sort of clean house with them, and that guy dies off real fast. We just head over to the left. Now if you notice here, they got the little tick bar here. This is the middle, that's the bottom. That's actually, well, and it works that way. You kind of want to keep your fleet above this middle line. Let them all pack up. And then what we will do, as we're packing up, what's really happening too is all of these guys are going to start heading towards the circle to start their circling, like sharks. And that's exactly what we want them to do. That makes it way easier for us. If they were roaming all over the place, it would actually make it harder, because we wouldn't know where they are when we're getting ready to surface. We're going to plan it so when we surface, we know where they're all at. But our goal right now is just to get rid of these two ECM ships. That's our primary goal. But they also do try to run away, so do what you can. Go up for a second round just to make sure we can actually get it. And we should be able to get this one. Sorry about that. We should be able to get this one before I surface. They should meet up somewhere in here. Yeah, we can go and start turning because he'll catch up. Sometimes one volley gets these, and sometimes two. They have a lot of evade. Okay, so let's bring it back here. Now the first round that you come up and you're going to start hitting the subs, they have their circle, but there's also a few on a wider circle. You have to be careful with them. They will pop their heads up generally in the first and second round of these. And they don't have much sonar on these ships, so you don't have to worry too much about them. They almost have to be right on top of you. They have to be within this little area for them to see you. Your goal is to make sure you get back before you surface. I chase a little bit. Most of the time, the chasing doesn't have any value besides like coming out about here. But I think once or twice during a whole round, the subs will actually come up this way and surface. And when they do, you chase them a little bit, we'll get another shot or two off. It takes 2 shots to kill the subs. Even with bees, I've watched bees do it. Bees don't kill them all in one shot. They kill like 80% of it in one shot. So this still takes 2 shots. These don't. I have not actually refitted these to bees yet. These have V's. All right. The trick is just to not be too greedy. You can chase them pretty well. So half of us dead now, and it killed its own. Are they ever chased a little bit? We're getting an extra shot off, and then we want to start heading back though. You could do this with kudas too. You just don't chase with kudas because of the submerge time. You would get that first round, and then just don't chase. That's all you got to worry about. That no big deal. Kudas could do this one just as well, but it needs the Cat 3. It needs the cloaking. Now what's hilarious though is I don't know. The A's for Spectres are easier than B's. One of the B's has crazy sonar range. Like old school raid sonar range. I mean, the kind that kills everybody. See? It popped out of there. Kind of want to watch out for those guys. But we just keep going back and forth. We let them mostly come to us because we're slower than them. And hitting 62s is popular in my sector. So I'm actually not hitting 62s in my sector. I'm hitting 62s in a different sector where it doesn't seem to be as popular. I can find them pretty easily. In my sector, they're very, very hard to find. Not already engaged. So the consensus on the forums is that the torpedoes, not the best things in the world. If you're going to use it as a base prepping fleet, yeah, you get an extra 1% and a little bit more damage, so that's good. Oh, while I'm talking, don't get to the point where you're going to get killed. Come on, drop. Okay. Let me. Okay. So, what was I talking about? Oh, the torpedo. There's not a lot of consensus on it. The torpedo is very good. I have seen some videos of the new subs, and the new subs are pretty cool because when they're similar to this, but when they're underwater, they get 50% speed bonus, which is super cool. So they were saying it's basically in between a Cuda and a Spectre. You get kind of the speed of a Spectre, but the submerge time, you get a little bit closer to the speed of a Cuda, a little bit closer to the submerge time of a Spectre, and an extra special. So that's actually pretty cool. However, you don't need that for the next raid. It doesn't sound like the next raid is going to be base kind of hitting fleets. So my suggestion for the next raid is going to be, if you want to do instant repair kind of stuff, torrent missiles or Shockwave L for Seawolves. You could do a fleet of Seawolves with a Shockwave L and still be instant repair, and you can do a fleet of torrent missiles. Because if it's like a base and it has walls, you kind of want to avoid the thuds. You kind of want to avoid the ballistics. So have something that can go over walls. However, from the picture they sent, it kind of looks a little bit more like the hubs were, where it might still be kind of out in the water, or more like a draconian base. Might be a bit more like that. In which case, torrent missiles are still a good thing. So, if I was to build a fleet for the next raid, I would build a fleet of instant repair Seawolves with torrent missiles. I think that would be useful, and I know a lot of people already have those for these kind of raids because they actually work pretty good for the seas. But they're making it so the seas have less and less points, so it's not overly it's not overly conducive to so let them get too close, and then the other guy saw me with the So how many we got left? We got 2. That looks about right. What you gotta pay attention to near the end is how many subs do you have left. Oh man, I could have went out and got him. This, see where my cursor is? My cursor splitting that line. That's on either side. That's about the health of 1 sub. So that's how I know I got like 2 left. But with the subs and you hit them, you might end up like that much life left. So you still got to start watching a little bit. You know, zoom out near the end so you get an idea of what you got left. When you know you only have 1 left, then you can be a little more aggressive in taking them out, because you can just start keeping an eye on where is he and then plan accordingly. So I got popped on 1 ship. It's not too bad. I have no idea where they're at. They were like way out here. Oh. So we'll get him. We will probably not see the other guy. So we will come back. If you don't mind you running zombies, you could probably be a lot more aggressive. Oh, there he is. So he's turning back this way, so he'll be around here when I surface. So he'll be close. This should be the last. This should be the last go around. Alright, so he's coming to me, and I need to see how much surface time I have. Oh man, he went under. He's going to be so close to me before I move. Okay. I should pretty much be right on top of him, but some of these guys have cat through as well, and you can't see them. But what we will do is we will actually just run them out and see if we catch him on a surface. He should surface before I do, but not by a ton. So at this point, we're not actually going to run away anymore. There he is. We're up to alright, we'll see if we can get this guy to turn, and he'll stay up long enough. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. And that should be a 62. I didn't see any other guys surface recently, so that should be about it. Okay, so that's how you do a 62. And you get about 217 points, 217,000 points per 62. So, 4 of those get you a million. Okay, 216. So, and that's what I'm doing for the raid. If I spent a lot more time doing it, I could get pretty much anything I wanted. It's a little slow probably for this. Getting your multipliers and stuff would help with getting this guy, but most people in my sector are not planning on getting this. Even the coiners are pretty much stopping at this one and maybe a couple of these. My goal is to more pick up this. That'll be more useful to me for a while. How much longer is left in the raid? There's not a lot of time left in the raid, so I'm not going to bother anything else. It just wasn't a priority this time. So anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.